Hi, good day. This is a video from Absolute Sewing. In this video I'm going to show you how to repair the tension units on a globe overlocker, or also known as a Frister+Rossmann overlocker or sewing machines. They're exactly the same brand, and I think they came out as white sewing machines as well. Okay. If you want to release, if you want to take one of these tension units off, you're going to take a sharp needle, remove the little plastic cover. You can just put it on there, and you'll see this a little screw that you need to get out. This screw doesn't loosen in a normal way. This one actually loosens if you tighten it, so you're going to go clockwise. Okay, you've got to put quite a bit of force on these, and then you can just turn it out. A normal screw you would have turned to your left like that, but this one you turn to your right. Turn it till it comes out totally. Okay. Now if you take it apart, you'll see there's two little washers, almost three little washers, your screw, and then you'll have your cover plate, and then you'll have your spring washer that keeps the tension, and then you'll have a small little washer that just fits over the tension unit like that. So you can just take that away. Whoops. You'll note when the tension unit is totally turned in, you'll see that your number 9 is slightly up. So when you turn it out, I'm going to turn it out, then you can just pull it out. And when you want to put your tension unit back again, you have the 0 right at the top, and you have it slightly off to the right. You push it in and it will clip in. Oops. Slightly to the right, clip in, and when you tighten it, you turn it in, and your 9 should be exactly in the same spot again. Anyway, so we turn all of this out, then this whole unit will pull out. And 2 tension discs. And then you have this another little washer just over here that fits in first. So when you put it back, you'll first put this washer in, and then you'll put your tension plate in. You'll see there's little grooves here, and they fit over this little pin that's just there. Slide that over, and this one that will show to the back, so you can put that in like that, and then you're just going to line up these 3 little gaps, and they will fit nicely over that pin. When you put a dial back, you've got to put it in a certain position. You'll see there's a number 0, 3, 6 and 9. If you want to put it in, you'll see there's 2 dots to the left of your 0, and if you keep the second dot on the left hand side of your 0 straight up, and you push it straight in, turn it to your right, it will clip in, and you turn it all the way in, and your 9 will be just up from the dot. Just up there. So where you have your little line, you can see your 9 is just sitting there. So if you turn this all the way out, when it stops, your 6 will be at the top. You can see your 9 is just up there, and if you turn it all the way out, when a 0 comes out to its second little spot to its left, then you can just pull the whole tension unit out. So when you want to put it in, 2 dots from the left from the 0, you just push it in, we'll clip in, you turn it around, and your 9 should just be above the indicator mark just over there. Pull it out, and that can just get pulled out. Okay, now we're going to put this tension unit back. The first you need to put back is a back shield. Going to make sure this little groove lines up with that pin, and then you're going to put your tension disc in, the round bit showing towards you, also fitting over that little pin like that. Round bit showing in on the tension unit, sliding over the pin, and then you're going to take your tension dial, drop over the little washer, and then you're going to line up your tension unit so the 0 is at the top. You turn it slightly to your right so that the second dot from your 0 to your left is all the way to the top, and then you're going to push that straight in but keeping your tension plates in. You push that in all the way. Once you have it in, you can start turning it to the right. When it's fully turned in, your 9 will be slightly above your middle to your left, so your 9's over there. Then you know that's correct. And then you put your little washer in. And then the next one will be your spring washer. And then it's your little holding plate with the screw. Got a hole like that. Take a screwdriver and turn it to the left to tighten it. Turn it to the left. Give it a gentle tighten. You can just test it. Make sure it turns in and out smoothly. And then once you're done, you can take your little indicator sticker and you can just stick that on horizontally. Oops. Sometimes if it doesn't want to stick anymore, you might have to use some special glue, but I'm not going to do that now. So you can just stick that down. Oops, and that one is not going to stick, so we'll have to glue it down. And then you can just turn your tension unit and just test it again. So that will just wrap around and over. Awesome. Okay, so if your sticker doesn't want to stick anymore, the best thing to do is just get some contact glue, take your little disc, put a little drop of glue on it. Not too much, you don't need a lot, so just spread it out nicely. And you can just stick it on nice and level. And yeah, just give it time to dry. On these global overlockers, you've got two different dials. One without a spring and one that's got a little take-up tensioner spring here. Sometimes they slip out and they'll just be lying loose, and they won't be pulling your cotton back like that anymore. I've already repaired this one, but I'll just show you how to actually do the repair and fix that problem. So obviously when you loosen this, you just got to tighten it, well, and then in the normal way, and that will loosen your screw. Just got to take that out, take the washer, spring washer, and a little washer in there as well. Okay, turn that anti-clockwise, so all of this will just pull out. And now you can actually see the little spring running in there. Sometimes what happens, this can get bent out, you might have to rebend it. Or the other thing that happens, you'll see you have a little pin here on a plate that fits at the back here, and that spring needs to lie behind that little pin, otherwise it's just going to lie there, you won't have any tension. So when you put this back, you're going to make sure that's in front of that little pin. So you put it in like that, and now the spring won't jump beyond that point. So when you do, oops, that slipped out again. So when you do assemble it, you got to be very careful that you keep the back plate in, and you don't let that spring shoot past that. Okay, so you're gonna keep that down, put your tension plate in with the bubble side showing towards you, and add a tension unit plate, putting that in, and then we're gonna put a dial in. Just remember your little washer over there, and then you put it in with your 0 at the top, with the second dot from you to the left from your 0 at a top center. Then you just push it in, and then you can just turn it in. When it's fully turned in, you'll see that your 9 is just above the indicator line. And then it's always good just to make sure your spring is still shooting back and it didn't slip past that little stopper. And then you just put your little spring on again, and then your spring washer, and then your holding washer with the little screw. Just gonna prepare that like that, and you just put it in carefully, trying to keep all the springs together so they don't fall out. You can just hold that, take a screwdriver and just turn it to your left. It goes in all the way. Just make sure they all seat nicely, so you don't, when you screw down, you don't pinch any of your washers. And then just give it a gentle tighten. And then when it's turned in full, you'll see that your 9 is all still just above your indicator line. And obviously this one is not going to stick, so we're just going to put a little bit of glue onto the little indicator sticker, just a little bit. You don't want to put on too much. turn it around and just stick it down nice and horizontally. And then when you thread this tension unit, wrap it in there all the way around, make sure it catches the take-up spring in, and voila. Okay, that tension is going to be very tight now, so you just got to turn it down a bit. So I hope that helps someone, because I know this could be quite a daunting task to repair that.